Okay, so for 10 plus years, I've been an avid Samsung or, just Android user. With this being my last Android phone, the Samsung A33, which ain't even a flagship phone. This is a budget phone as well, so the quality ain't the best of the best, but it was fine. But 2 days ago, I finally switched for the first time since the iPhone 4 and got this, one of the newer ones. This is the 14 Pro, or is it? It could be a 15, 16. You won't even tell the difference. I mean, look, they all look the same. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about this. Is it better than the Android? Are all the meat writers on the internet right all this time? Let's talk about it. So as y'all can see, I'm in the phone right now. So real quick, I'm gonna just go through the UI. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about the OS, the features and whatnot. The first thing I wanna talk about is the Apple ID. Setting that thing is so cancerous. That is one of the worst experiences I've ever had when it comes to like mobile, like tech. You feel what I'm saying? It's so unnecessarily like difficult, and it's not just the phone. Even on a MacBook, me trying to set up an Apple ID is just difficult for no reason. I make an account, trying to log in, it's invalid. Like, what do you want me to do? I feel like anyone that has had an Apple product knows this already. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about this, so I ain't really gotta go deep into it. Pause. Anyways, let's look at the features. So if I slide down from the left side, I get the notifications, right? What got me confused is there's two different slide downs. There's this, and then there's the right side, which is this, where you have the control settings, you have the flashlight, you have the screen brightness, you have this and this and that. The difference between this and the Android is that the Android has everything in one slide. Like, you can slide in whichever side, it'll give you a slide, and it'll have everything you need, the notifications. There's even 3 different like parts. There's this, and then there's the music, and then there's the whatever this is, the Wi-Fi. Android has all this in one slide: the music, the flashlight, the screen brightness, this and that. It has everything you need. So this is kind of confusing for me because I gotta go through different slides for particular things. Not necessarily a big deal, it's just that like I gotta get used to it. I have no doubts I'll get used to it, but I'm just saying like my experience from going from this to this is definitely more complicated than Android. I thought that the iOS shtick was that it was supposed to be a simple, clean thing, but it's not as simple as I thought it was gonna be. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is when you're trying to go in some and then go back. So for example, let's go in TikTok, and I don't know what this is. I don't even watch any of these shows. What is this? Alright, bro, whatever. Anyways, I'm in here, and then let's say I want to go back. Now with Samsung, I just slide back from the side of the screen. I just swipe and I'll be back. Well, there's some instances where you could go back in a similar way. For example, let me go in my TikTok. If I slide in the middle of the screen like this, I'll go back. It's not the same with Samsung. Every single time you go in some, that feature always exists. You can always slide from the side of the screen and then go back. All the time, every single time. Okay, so for now, I feel like we've been just talking about the negatives. Let's talk about some good things. The camera is fire. The camera is crazy. Let me just... Anyways, look at the quality, bro. Like, this is some good ass quality. There's an issue when it comes to cameras. These are incredible cameras, whatever. All apps that exist even allows me to have the same quality when I'm on, Snapchat or whatever the like I can be on Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. I'll still have the same quality. But when it comes to Samsung, for some reason, these motherfuckers reduce the quality. Why? But at least now I get to enjoy the newer updates. It's not just cameras, it's just updates in general. So the social media apps aren't given the same updates. Like, Androids be a few updates behind. It's nice I can finally be up to date when it comes to social media apps. Now I want to talk about one of the biggest differences there are when it comes to Android and iOS. iOS will not let you download things like Android. You can't go to the internet and download whatever you want. Like, it's not open. I can download hacked and modded versions of apps on Android. But when it comes to this, it's locked. I am locked. I gotta download it from the App Store. But yeah, that's all I got. Fun experience. This has served me well for the past 2 years or so. But now it's time for a newer phone. And it's this. I approve of this because my approval matters so much. But seriously though, they gotta stop doing the same design. I mean, the fact that this is the same design as the 15 and 16, yeah.
Thank you for watching me just talk about phones. I don't even know if people stuck around low-key. I feel like I'm just talking to myself. People just clicked off after 1 minute. But
thank you for listening. Bye.
You don't really want smoke, you ain't blunt that shit. I've been cruising down the block with a badass bitch. With my mind on the chips and it's not on my hip. Fuck then I dip, say I'm finna take a trip, you don't